Double H, double H, double H. It's the kid, 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 it's the kid. Back here, back at the game, still black, still real, still that dude, still that kid, still the boy, still sexy, still the guy that's trying to make things happen, man. Still the #1 analyst in the world. Been doing this for a while. I'm still the best. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. No, nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. Guys, get your meals, get your drinks, get your wives, get your sex wives, get your extras, and see what's up, because it's gonna be fun. Friday nights, I'm taking your questions, and I'm going to answer them. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to answer the questions, man. No, that's not Morpheus. I don't care. That's not Morpheus. Without Morpheus, I don't give a damn. So feel free to send your super chats and so forth. Remember, those super chats, they help to provide me with meals, with drinks, with food, with pandemic, with a good soup, so I can give you the best analysis in the whole world. This is my job, 24/7. I give you this is the home of football. Daily football content, daily football crack, daily football content. We eat, sleep, sniff football. We eat, sleep, sniff football. That's what we do. Loads of Messi questions, a few Cristiano questions as well, and we're gonna go in, man. And I'm gonna give you, because also I've changed. We're bringing the old HH back, because I keep on slipping to the new HH because I keep on becoming PC. I say, HH, half up. Why do you have to be PC? Like, I'm say, okay, I'm like a proper analyst right now, so I've got to, do this. No. Why did people mess with you in the beginning? Because you were that dude. You spoke for the streets. You spoke for the streets. You didn't speak for the part. You didn't speak for this rich bourgeois cool people. You spoke that real. You spoke for that streets, bro. So I'm going to bring the old HH back. Man, I'm going to give it to you raw pause. So start doing Afghan Hawaii. So see, this shirt means it gets real. It gets real. It gets real. 5:30 p.m. What up, baby? Chelsea, we're coming back. Chelsea, wait, what's my jersey? You think I'm kidding? We're coming home, guys. We're coming home. Hold on, we're coming home like Drake. We're coming home, guys. What's up? We're coming. We're coming. The boys are coming. CFC coming. Luke Skywalker. The Edge season. The season of the Edge. What's it called? Is it Zenith or Mama? I don't ever give a damn who we're facing. Okay? The UCL boys are back. The UCL winners are back. After beating the living crap out of Pep's team, we're back to say what's up. And guys, this is going to be a huge year, because I want all the trophies. We already have the Super Cup. We've got the Champions League. We've got the Super Cup. We're going to get that Club World Cup as well. And we're coming for the EPL. We're going to take the FA Cup as well. We want to emulate Real Madrid right now. We want to emulate those freaking boys right now, because we want that UCL. We want all the trophies. We've got the squad. We've got the manager. We've got the player. We've got the technique. And also we've got that dude. Okay, we've got the pulpit. So guys, settle down. Have your meals, have your drinks, and let your boy change. I'm on round. Without further ado, let's go with our first question of the day. What the hell? First question from 8744. 87 just received his shirt, man. 87, hope you enjoy that shirt after 87 won that extremely hard dud Q&A that we did, man, and I sent him his shirt, and 87 said, thank you, Half Hope, I received that shirt. So 8744 says, HH, what's your favorite Champions League group this season? That's a quality question. That's a quality question, my friend, my brother. So let's look at the groups. So Group A, Club Brugge, Man City, PSG, Leipzig. Nah. Ain't feeling that group. Group B, Milan, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Porto. Group C, Ajax, Besiktas, Dortmund, Sporting. Nope. Group D, Inter, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and the Sheriff of Nottingham. The funny thing about Group D is 3 teams are in the same group. Like, if you just swapped Sheriff of Nottingham with Mönchengladbach, that would be the same exact group as last year. That's crazy. Group E, Barca, Bayern, Benfica, Dynamo Kiev. Group F, Atalanta, Man United, Villarreal, and Pause FC. Group G, Lille, RB Salzburg, Sevilla, Wolfsburg. And Group H, the UCL winners, Juventus, Malmo, and Zenit Bank. Well, guys, my dear friend 87, the group is Group B. That is the group. Milan, we know them coming back, and we know what that badge means. Atletico Madrid, La Liga winners. Liverpool, we know how good that first team is. And your boys, FC Porto, they're one of the biggest clubs in Portugal. And yes, they won this UCL back in 2004, thanks to your boy, Mourinho. That is the toughest group by far. So I think for me, taking everything into account, that is my favorite group. Because I think in that group, anything can pop off. I still believe Liverpool and Atletico should say what's up, but don't sleep on Milan and Porto. Remember, Milan and Porto. Porto, more times than not, always make it out of the group. More times than not, Porto always make it out of the group. So, I think with that concern, they're in there, but Liverpool are really they're really in a tough one in them, and so they're really, really tough in there. So let's see what else was saying. From AJ, thank you for the dub, AJ. AJ says, yo, start, drop, bench. Prime Neymar, Prime Zad, and Manu Ronaldo. And rank these dribblers. Neymar, Robinho, Hazard, Man United, Ronaldo, Messi, R9, Dino, and Lord of this. AJ, thank you for the love, my brother. Thank you for the love, my brother. So start, drop, bench. I would... okay. Say Asian man, why do you want me to put this in there? So look, basically, I would start Prime Zad. I would let's see. I'd start Prime Zad and I'll drop Ronaldo. So rank these dribblers. So Neymar, Robinho, Hazard, Man United, Ronaldo, Messi, R9, Ronaldinho. Oof. That's a tricky one, man. That's a tricky one. So for me, dribblers. So I'm gonna go from bottom to top. So actually no, rather than saying bottom, so I'll say least to best. So I'll say Man United, Ronaldo. Then I would go to Neymar. Actually, no, Man United, Ronaldo, Hazard, Neymar, Messi, Robinho, Ronaldinho, R9. There you go. Those are my least of the best. Hopefully you enjoyed that, bro. So yeah, that's my final answer, dear Sarah, man. That was a tough question, bro. Why'd you put me in? That was a tough question. From Flint the Frost, man. Thank you for the question, Flint the Frost. What's up, HH? What up? I was watching one of your older videos and discovered you were an Isham boy that grew up in Warri, just like me. Actually, no, I grew up in Lagos, not in Warri. But obviously, my mom's family is from Warri. My dad's family is from Edo States, in Benin, Igwebe. So with both Messi and Cristiano moving clubs, I think it's relevant to talk about how their play styles have changed as they've gotten older. Cristiano has switched from the familiar speed and dribbling winger for a more goal-oriented clinical striker as he's no longer young. The question is, do you think Messi has also lost something he used to have as a young footballer? If yes, what is it? I see. With regards to Cristiano, yes. Okay. Well, your question. So, do you think Messi has also lost something he used to have as a young footballer? I would say that he was less inhibited. So he was much more direct when he was young. I think right now, as he's grown older and so forth, he thinks a lot more about what he does, and he maybe second guesses himself a little bit more. And because he's come deeper and deeper and much more creative, I think he is less threatening as an attacker. Remember, Messi, during that time when Rijkaard was in and so forth, he got the ball straight. Every time he got the ball, just went straight. Boom. Straight for the jugular. So hence why what's it called? 09, it was Messi, Henry, Etso. And Messi was an attacker. Like Messi rarely came in deep. So Messi relied on Xavi, Iniesta, and those dudes to give him the ball. So he was very much an attacker. So I think his direct attacking instincts is the only thing that he's lost. But he's still threatening. Look at what he did against freaking Bolivia. He's still a threat. And he can still dribble past 2, 3, 4, 5 guys and so forth, like very easily. Like, so crazy. Like, I was doing like a Patreon video about the goal he scored against Athletic Bilbao. That goal was pretty stupid. That was a pretty stupid goal. So, but to be honest, he's not really lost that much. Because I say that he has lost his direct attacking instinct that he had from like 05 to 2013, 2014. Because I think 2015, he began to take a much more creative playmaking role, specifically when Neymar and Cannibal came in. He took a much more playmaking role to now assist and really give guys and so forth. But I think 05, when Rijkaard came in and so forth, early days of Pep and everything, he was very much, I'm a goal scorer. Like, I'm an attacking player. So, but I think obviously he's grown older. Physically, he's not as sharp and as spry like he once was. So I just think that, like, as far as just a danger at direct attack, I think that's maybe the only thing that is lost. But it's not much, though. It really is not much. All right, what the freak is this thing? All right. From Gianluca Bonaventure. Thank you for the question. Why doesn't Nigeria's talented national youth team's success translate to the men's national team? Also, why is there so much corruption in most African FAs? P.S. Jerome Boateng is mixed race. Oh yeah, I know he's mixed race. Your name is brother's mixed race. Wow, this is this question, bro. To put it simply, when you look at youth football, like under 17 football is different from senior 11 football. See, under 17 football is just about football. That's it. You people just play. When you get older and so forth, the game becomes a lot more complex, a lot more nuanced, and you now need game management skills. You need to be able to manage the games and manage the matches a lot better, because if you don't, things become a little bit much more different, So that is very key. So I think that's really that's really an area where the evolution does not really come into, because of the skill is there, but it gets lost, and also identity as well. I just think that there's a much stronger identity amongst African teams in the youth level as opposed to when it comes to senior level. When it comes to senior level, they go and play for the European side and so forth. They lose the kind of African-specific aesthetic that sets them apart, which is obviously the major issue. Why there's much corruption in most African FAs? You have to look at the countries, because how you run the country is how you run every aspect of your nation, from the sports to the hospitals and so forth. So if the country is corrupt and not good, the football FAs will be corrupt. So everything bleeds and connects to one another. So if you don't fix the country and fix the infrastructure and the fabric of the country, that will affect the very fabric of every single thing that country is connected with, man. So that's just unfortunate. Hence why when people keep asking that, oh, when will an African country win the World Cup? Not anytime soon. Not anytime freaking soon. I say it didn't happen anytime soon, bro. From World Cup, since the beginning, every World Cup has been won by a coach who holds the same nationality as the team that they are coaching. Will this ever change? And why won't some nations appoint coaches with the same nationality when the evidence for success is very clear? I'm fully with you. Because when I saw this question, I was thinking to myself, that has there ever been a time when a country has won the World Cup where the manager has not been from that country? And I don't believe so. Unless someone can tell me, I don't believe so. From as far as I can remember, like the manager has always, like Beckenbauer was manager in 1990, like 94, president coach, 98, Aimé Jacquet, 02, Scolari, 701, obviously 06, Lippi, 2010, Del Bosque, 2014, what was his name? Ball sniffer. You know who he is. Also 2018, Didier Deschamps. So it's always been a person for that country. And I think my thing is the beauty about the World Cup and national competitions is the country represents what that country is about. Which is why when England tried to get Ericsson and Capello to try to coach them, it never worked. Because England has a particular identity and only English managers can understand what that identity is. Hence why I always say, you know what, get Harry Redknapp. It's too late now, but if England had got Harry Redknapp when the guy was hot on sofa, because I think when they were choosing between Redknapp and some other dude, if they got in Redknapp, bro, they'd have popped up because Redknapp was just the right kind of manager for England. And also him being English, he now understands how English people play. But then you bring in a Capello or an Ericsson, and they're not trying to get them to play like last year. They're trying to play like Milan. It ain't going to freaking work, man. So yeah, I just don't understand why more countries don't really go in that arena. Yes, all right. From Matteo, thoughts on Neymar coming out in an interview after he scored an assist last night against Peru, saying that he hopes that he can get respect for his Brazil career. Obviously, he's the player with the most assists in Brazil history, and his 9 goals of breaking players' record for the most goals for Brazil ever. Is he right in that his international career is underrated, or do you feel like his goals and assists numbers mean nothing if he doesn't win the World Cup? Because all Brazil legends have won a World Cup. Thoughts? Interesting. So, Matteo, here's the reality, bro. Neymar has to accept what he is. See, Neymar, if he played for the Czech Republic or you played for Sweden, oh my gosh, you deserve to have praise. But Neymar, you don't be naive and don't act like a baby. You play for Brazil. And as of right now, you are Brazil's great talent. And you are supposed to be the guy that carries the torch from Pele, Zico, Romario, Ronaldo, Dino, Rivaldo, and so forth. So when you are the face of Brazilian football and so forth, don't give me stats. Stats are irrelevant. So you can break players' record and have all the assists. That is stupid. And which is why the thing that annoys me is we're living in a world where people are obsessed with these bull crap stats. I'm sorry, football Twitter. Stats mean nothing. World Cup or bust. Either you get the World Cup or nothing. Neymar can't look Mbappe in the eye. He can't. Neymar can get as many goals as he wants, as many seals. Neymar can't look Mbappe in the eye because Mbappe is like, I have a World Cup. And Mbappe can like, I'm sorry, I can't talk to a guy that doesn't have a World Cup. If you don't have a World Cup, you can't talk to me. Especially you being Brazilian, Neymar, I'm sorry. If you don't deliver that World Cup for Brazil, you will be known as a bum. Who talks about Zico? Really? Who talks about Socrates really? Because Zico knows that I had the best team in 82, and I should have led that team to 82. 1982, Brazil were the best. Like, you go and do your research. That's 1982 Brazil team were the best team not to win a World Cup. They were easily the best team, 100%. That's why people revere Zico to the day, because he was such a major part of what was an amazing team that played amazing football. Hence why, after they lost in 1982, they tried to be much more pragmatic, which led to what you saw in 1994. But no one talks about Zico. No one talks about Zico in the same breath as Pele, Romario, Ronaldo, or Rivaldo, or Dini, because those guys delivered the World Cup. So if as a Brazilian star, you don't deliver the World Cup, these stats mean nothing. They mean nothing. Score as many goals as you want. Get all your Ballon d'Ors, get your CLs, get all this kind of stuff. It means nothing until you win the World Cup and you shine in a World Cup. If you don't, you'll be forgotten. And if Neymar doesn't deliver a World Cup for Brazil, he will be forgotten. He'll only be known as the side chick who played the side piece to Messi's UCL run in 2015. And if PSG win the UCL this year, he'll be known as a side chick to Messi's CL run, both for PSG and for Barcelona. So for Neymar, if you know what's good for you, you have to deliver the World Cup. No excuses. From Dr. J, who I believe is a fake doctor. I don't think he's a real doctor, you know. Dr. J says, Friday Q&A intro. First off, let the jury bear witness that I do have the utmost respect for Lewandowski, who has raised his output levels to those of Cristiano and Laessi. Crazy. Second, I put him second on my Ballon d'Or rankings behind Messi. Backdrop. In 2012, Messi didn't win the Ballon d'Or after 91 goals. In 2018, Messi finished fifth after 70 goals and assists in all competitions. Reason? No UCL and getting knocked out by the eventual champs in the World Cup. International year tax. No qualms. Now, riddle me this then. Old man of insights. How does Lewandowski sit at your top spot when your logic for when Cristiano and Messi starts pad is trophies won, especially in an international year? Disclaimers. No. Messi's title, challenge and goals with Barca, is probably a bigger dud than doing nothing with Poland. Yes, the Spanish league is stronger than Bayern Liga. Don't even try bringing up the Copa final nonsense. Lever is a worse big moment choker than Messi and has yet to show up in a major final in his decade of a career. Go on, try to make your rubbish case in front of the chat and not sound like a moron with shades. Shake my head. First of all, Dr. J, I resent those insults. But you know what? All right, you're trying to take it. So let me break down your moronic dumbass question. So, in 2012, Messi didn't win the Ballon d'Or after 91 goals. Now, who won this award in 2012? Can someone tell me? Because I think in 2012 it was Cristiano so forth. Now, based on what happened, I think 2012, I think that might have been Cristiano. I think Messi should have won it then. Like, Messi doing that, he definitely deserves it. 100%. So I think that was when Cristiano won it. So if Cristiano won it in 2012, 100% he was robbed. Because I don't think Cristiano did anything except as exceptional as you scoring 91 goals in a year, which was broke Gerd Muller's record. So my thing is, you say Messi's title with Barca is probably bigger done than doing nothing. No. Messi's dud would have been if he helped Barcelona to a UCL in 2019. That would have been regarded as the greatest year of a player. Messi has never had a dud. He's never had a dud because you play for Barcelona. It's Barcelona, and you play for Argentina. Let me remind the audience that Barcelona won the UCL before Messi arrived. Yeah, they did, yeah. Oh, a dude called Dino won it by himself with scraps. Scraps. Nobody, orphans, fruit sellers, sidemen, street urchins. Dino won it by himself, single-handedly without any help. Messi had help. Dino won it without help. I think Argentina have won the World Cup twice. Yeah, twice. Oh, and they were finalists as well. They won twice and they were finalists as well. So please tell me where this Messi dot is. You play for a Barcelona side that is one of the most famous clubs in the world, and you play for, and in that Barcelona side, who did you have? Oh yeah, you have the Spanish spine that won 3 international trophies. Oh, who did you have? Oh, you had Cannibal Suarez, the best striker in the world, and Neymar, one of the best players in the world at the time. None of that stuff compares to Poland. The fact that Lewandowski was able to score 3 goals with Poland at that Euros is dud. That's dud. That's dud. That's not start padding against Bolivia, against Peru, or against Colombia. No. When you have Argentina. That's goal he scored against Spain. That's dud. That's dud. That's dud. Because I'll tell you right now, switch it up. Would Messi score a single goal if he played for Poland? Oh, now we're talking real. Guys, as I told you, I warned you. It's real talk now. Now we're getting real. Guys, chill, but we're getting real right now. Guys, relax, we're getting real. Dr. J, ready? We're getting real. Swap it. Imagine if Messi played for Poland. Do you think he scores a single goal? No, he doesn't. Have you seen Lewandowski's teammates for Poland? People say, oh, Messi. No, Messi, you have a guy called Lautaro Martinez. You've got De Paul. You've got Di Maria. And if not for De Paul and Di Maria, you wouldn't have a Copa America. Let's keep it real. If not for De Paul and Di Maria, you wouldn't have a Copa America title. Who does Lewandowski have? Fruit sellers. Has Messi ever played with fruit sellers? Ever? Has he ever played with no-name fruit sellers who can't make a single square pass? No. So, Dodd belongs to Lewandowski. And I know guys won't listen to Dodd and so forth. But if we're talking real and stuff about it, Dodd should be a criteria. Stats padding when you have a star-studded team is cool. But it doesn't impress me. Do you know what impresses me? Sweat. Suffering. Desire. Thugging out. And people need to respect what Lewandowski has done. Because what Lewandowski is doing with Poland is nothing short of remarkable. How he's able to even engineer how he was able to engineer that goal and put forth that amazing cross with his left foot, that's Dodd. That's Dodd. He has to literally put the ball straight on the freaking dude's head with his freaking left foot for him to score because he has no help. No help. I say it again, Dr. J, because all this you've written, it's all rubbish. This is nonsense, by the way. Our thing here just completes not nonsense. But Dr. J, my response to this rubbish email you sent me is, if the roles were switched, Lewandowski wins the World Cup for Argentina. You put Lewandowski in that final, you give him that's 1v1, he wins the World Cup for Argentina. He wins it. And he wins a few Copa Americas. Yeah, he does it. You put Messi in Poland, he doesn't register a single goal. I'll say one last time, in case you didn't hear me. You put Messi in our Poland team with no De Paul, no Di Maria, no Iniesta, no Xavi, and so forth. He doesn't register anything. Case closed. We move. From Challenge HH. So Messi doesn't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or because he delivered a no-show in the final. But Lewandowski should have won it last year when Coman and especially Neuer saved his ass in the final. P.S. I thought France football robbed Lewandowski last year, but wanted to challenge your logic because it doesn't add up. Make it make sense. Plus, I thought you said performances in international tournaments way more than club football performances. Let me break this down. So obviously 100% like Messi, that Copa America was a sham. I am happy Messi won, and as a football fan, and I was saying this before, I was a football fan, I was happy that Messi won that. Let me be clear. It would have been bad and horrible for football if Messi did not win the Copa America. I have an issue giving the Ballon d'Or to a big game flop. I have an issue giving the Ballon d'Or to a guy who consistently chokes during the big time. And Messi is a big game flop. Hence why I don't want him part of my all-star team. Never. He's good. Supremely talented. He's not for the big games. When pressure comes, he folds. Give me Di Maria over Messi in a final every day, all day. Now, throughout a season in a tournament, I'm taking Messi over. Of course, I'm taking Messi over Di Maria all day. In a final, winner takes all. The world is on the line. Give me Di Maria over Messi all day, every day, all day, every day. True. What's Lewandowski? He did see Lewandowski. Okay, he may now have shown up in the final and so forth. I get that Koeman said what was up, but Lewandowski in the Bundesliga and in the Champions League, said what's up. Now you can say, well, okay. Now you look at Messi, scored a fantastic goal, super. I say that was goal of the season. That goal in Paris was goal of the season. Bas scored a penalty. Got a penalty. If you score that penalty, the game changes. If you score that penalty, LSG, the momentum swings to Barcelona. I'd like to ask the audience, what happened with the penalty? Live chat, what happened with the penalty? Live chat, can anyone tell me what happened with the penalty? I want someone to live chat. What happened? I need someone to tell me what happened with the penalty. What happened when they had a penalty? What happened with the penalty? Come on, man, tell me what happened with the penalty. I need someone just tell me what happened with that penalty. The penalty against PSG, second leg after Messi scored that superb goal. I can't give the Ballon d'Or to a guy who chokes on the big stage. I can't. It makes the Ballon d'Or look bad because the Ballon d'Or is already stained. But if you give the Ballon d'Or to a guy who consistently chokes during high pressure moments, it demeans the award. Figo was for the big time. The real Ronaldo was for the big time. Dini, all these guys were for the big. I can't give it to a guy who falls during the big time. So, my dear friend, Lewandowski's performance both in the CL and in the Bundesliga warranted him that Ballon d'Or. Fair square. Great, guys. I see your dubs, man. I will get to your super chats after this is done. So send over those super chats, man, and I will address them after I'm done with these questions. From Chainsaw DH says, HH, the greatest football analyst and content creator. Thank you, my dear sir. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, thank you, my dear sir. Thank you for the kind words. My two questions for you are based around Cristiano Ronaldo and Liverpool. One, if Cristiano wins another Premier League and a sixth Champions League, which United will win this season, according to me, okay, does that make him the GOAT of club football? Two, why is Liverpool's squad so underrated? They only need two more players to be complete, and Klopp has no excuses to be stubborn. Look at what he did to the Greek left back against Chelsea. I can easily argue why Liverpool have the second best squad in the league. PS, you're the best HH. Now, your second thing is wild, but let me go to your first one. If Cristiano wins the Premier League and a sixth Champions League, he has a very strong case of the greatest club player of all time, because you have to look at the fact that he's still the number one goal scorer in the Champions League. You have to look at what he did with the Real Madrid, the three-peat, and 4 and 5. The UCL he already won with United. So because my thing is, I told you, man, Dodd. Because I believe United don't have any chance. They don't have a chance in hell of winning that UCL. Even with Cristiano, they're not Stephen. Because if they run into Chelsea, Chelsea will beat the living crap out of United. Chelsea will smoke them. Lukaku will drop a 3-piece in both legs. So even as they make the mistake of running into Chelsea, they're getting destroyed. Totally, they're getting pulverized. Pulverized, man. Lukaku will actually show Cristiano levels. He'll show him levels. Look, Cristiano, you're here. Luke Skywalker, you're up here. So they're levels. So Lukaku will show that he's the future, Cristiano is the past. But if he does, that would be a shocking achievement. Because I honestly believe that there's no chance of it happening. Like literally, like Premier League is possible. That's what is possible. UCL, no, it can't happen. No. Because Solskjaer is the manager. And once United run into Tuchel, or he runs into Nagelsmann, or he runs into even if he runs into Ancelotti or so forth, he's getting pimp slapped. he's getting pimp slapped. And there's only so much Cristiano can do when you've got a PE teacher as your manager. But if he does, I think it's done. Based on what he's done and his career, based on what he did for Real Madrid, what he did for United, how many goals he scored for Real Madrid, more goals than games that he played. I think it was 331 goals. 130 goals, I think he has scored in the Champions League, and one goal scorer, which is not going to be surpassed anytime soon. And then if he now does, which would be degree of difficulty and done at his age, I think the case will be closed. Like even for Messi, for all his accolades and what he's done, see, best is different. Messi would always be the better player, but greatness is about achievements, and it's also about dodge. So if he does that, case closed. So set up the gauntlet. Okay, if you look past Liverpool's first team, who the hell do they have on their bench? Shaqiri? Origi? Harvey Elliott? Liverpool's squad isn't, I don't know what you're smoking. Liverpool's squad isn't good. They have an amazing first team. Their first team is amazing. Their squad is trash. Their bench is trash. You're comparing that bench to Chelsea's bench? No. You're comparing that bench to City's bench? No. City have a stronger squad. Chelsea have a stronger squad. Chelsea have one of the strongest squads in the world. And I'd argue that United may even have a stronger squad. So no. And that's why if any Liverpool fan that you speak to, apart from you, will say, no, Liverpool's squad ain't good, because hence why they wanted Liverpool needed to make transfers this season. They need more attacking talent. Yeah, you got Konate and so forth. That's cool. They needed a playmaker. They needed another attacker. So no, the first team is good. Their first team is good. Their starting lineup is great. The squad ain't great. Hence why they're going to struggle. Because if they have any key injuries, and especially if the Brazil FA ban is going to go ahead, then they're freaking screwed, man. So come on, bro. Come on. All right. Final question from Loma. I just saw that Messi broke the Pele record for most goals by a South American player that stood for 50 years. This year, Lewandowski also broke Guerdemo's record for most goals in the Bundesliga season, which also stood for 50 years. I know it's very hard to compare international and club achievements, but which achievement is more impressive? Side note, I always said that South American qualifiers are hands down the hardest in the world, and it's interesting to see that Pele, who scored 1 million goals for his club side, scored 77 goals for Brazil. And when comparing it to the other continents, the top scorer has over 100 goals. Yeah, which is more impressive? You would have to say Messi is more impressive. See, it's a tough one. See, my thing is, on the face value, you may say Messi is more impressive, but you have to look in detail at what Lewandowski did, because for Lewandowski, it's not he broke the record, it's how many games he broke it in. So the fact that he scored all those amounts of goals in so few games is insane. And I think the same thing with Pele. Pele had that record with much fewer games than Messi. So Messi, okay, it's amazing you broke that record, but how many games did it take you to break that record? So my thing, yes, international football is harder. And I think that if you play with the Bayern Munich, you already have a leg up over the opposition, and it is easier to score and perform for Bayern than it is for other guys. Remember, Lewandowski, you are the solitary striker of that team. So everybody plays to you and plays for you, and everything goes through you. Similar to with Messi as well with Argentina, but international football is far more complex, and by far, hands down, the hardest qualification in football is South America. That is the hardest, hands down. Europe, we know about San Marino and all these sideshows. In Africa, Asia, and so forth, and there are many, many riffraff teams. There aren't. See, in South America, there are no garbage teams. There are garbage teams in Africa. There are garbage teams in Europe. There are garbage teams in Asia, where these teams are crap, like nonsense. There are no nonsense garbage teams in South America, because in South America, because football is so rampant and so high, everybody loves football. In Kazakhstan and so forth, these guys are carpets and are painters in the morning, then do something else in the evening. So, both are super impressive. But if I was to say which is the most impressive, for me, it's important to answer, because my thing is, on one hand, I can say, Messi is more impressive because it's international football. But for Lewandowski, it's how many games it took for him to break the record. So that in itself is amazing, where I think this guy did 40 goals in 20-something games. So who cares whether he played for Ballon and so forth? That's amazing. Same thing as he scored 5 goals in 9 minutes? That's insane. Who cares whether he played for Bayern or Timbuktu? 5 goals in 9 minutes, it's insane. And he also scored 4 goals in the UCL semi against Real Madrid. Look, Lewandowski has done some things, man. But look, that's a difficult one, man. That's a difficult one to really come and answer. So, guys, let me get up on my dubs, man. Let's see the dubs, bro. Let's see. So, from Bombast Ablastama, thank you for the dub, bro. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for super chats. So, Bombast Super Chat says, let's be real. Haaland's wage demands were a deterrent to clubs they didn't want. He might just end up at Bayern. After all, Dortmund is my bottom B. God damn. If Haaland ends up in Bayern Munich, that league must be shut down. And I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be offensive. If Haaland, you already took Sabitzer, you already took Nagelsmann, if Haaland ends up at Bayern, that'll be messed up. And now look, see, if his wage demands are high, how does he go to Bayern Munich? Because Bayern Munich are very adamant that they will not break their wage structure for anybody. No one. And my thing is that Real Madrid feel and believe that they're in a strong position to get him. And if you're Haaland and you had a choice of being Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, he may just choose Real Madrid, because whenever Real Madrid enters the chat, that changes everything. Let's keep it real. Whenever Real Madrid enters the chat, it changes everything. So I hope he doesn't go to Bayern, because if he goes to Bayern, the Bundesliga is finished. It's already pretty much finished now, but it would officially be then we need to induct the league. We'd need to induct the league if he truly ended up in the Bundesliga, man, because that for me would be 100% messed up, man. So, and who knows? Who knows, guys? I've been speaking to a few people, a few guys, and so forth. Don't be fooled that you could perhaps be seeing a Haaland Lukaku partnership, man. It could happen. From your boy Hamza 3096, man. Thank you for the dub, bro. Messi did win it in 2012 HH. Don't know what George was up. You see, this is what I told you. Look at this nonsense thing. Let me look up Ballon d'Or past winners. Let me see. So Dr. J, you lied. You liar. You absolute liar. Okay, let's see. 72, 72, 86, 99, 20. Yeah. 2012 was Messi. 2013 was Cristiano. See, now, my thing is this. Wait. Let me see. Wait. Yes, yeah. Because, I thought that because they awarded at the beginning of the other year. But yeah, because you see, so obviously Modric won it in 2018, but it was awarded in 2019. But that was for the year of 2018. So yeah, for the year of 2012, yeah, Messi won. Messi was first, Cristiano was second, Iniesta was third. So no, bro. Thank you for clearing up. So he did win it, Dr. J. You liar, you absolute liar. Oh my god, look. And he calls himself a freaking doctor, man. Shameful. I'm not calling you doctor. I'm not calling you liar, liar J. No more Dr. J. Liar J. MN says, can you please show me Lewandowski's UCL final goal? I will show you his UCL final goal if you can show me Messi's winning goal in the UCL final. Show me when Messi scored a decisive goal that decided the game in the UCL final. Because 3-1, there is no winning goal in 3-1. So yeah, I'll show you Lewandowski's UCL final goal if you can show me the time when Messi scored a winning goal, a key goal, a goal that meant something, then I'll show you Lewandowski's winning goal. From boy MN says, Messi has more CL final goals than Lewandowski has UCLs. True, but are we going to ignore Xavi, Iniesta, David Villa, Etso, Dani Alves, Henry, David Villa? He had help. Messi did his thing. He had help. But granted, I told you, but he had help, man. So let's see what your kids are saying in the live chat, man. So send your questions away, guys. I'll answer your questions in the chat. Oh, let's just answer this. HH, you are such a clown. Interesting. Honestly, just change the sport already. Messi literally had the greatest UCL final performance of all time in 2011. And when they have lower performance in a UCL final again, actually, the best player in that final was actually Xavi. I remember watching that final, and I've never seen a guy control a game the way that Xavi did. So Xavi was the best player in that final. So I don't know what final you watched. I know the final watched. I know this. I'm not hating Messi and so forth. I recognize what Messi has done and so forth. I recognize him. I recognize that he's not scored a single World Cup knockout goal. I recognize that he's flopped in fourth. That he's never performed in a major final for his country. I understand that. But my thing though is the best player in that final was Xavi. He was the best player in that final. So I'm just keeping it a complete sack, man. Musiala ceiling. Dude looks good. And you see, that's what I told you, like, I'm so happy of the new generation coming through. I can't wait until Cristiano and Messi can get the heck out of it. I can't wait until those international flops, Cristiano and Messi, retire, and then we can bring the whole new generation. Because at least Mbappe knows how to win a World Cup. At least Mbappe knows how to score and perform in a major final for his country. So I still speak fluent UCL and I still speak fluent WC. I speak fluent CL and fluent WC. Musiala ceiling, man, I'm not sure. I think it's early days. It's similar to Ansu Fati. Ever since someone was like, well, this guy is very skilled. He's got great ability. He passes the eye test, and he's at the right club. So let's see how he improves. But I need to see more of him because I don't want to put so much pressure on a dude, man. Oh my, dude is 18. He is 18 years old. So he's going to be 19 next year. He's only 18 years old, man. So that's my thing, man. But but I think it's for his ceiling too early. Let's see where he is next season, the season after, because to look for a ceiling for an 18-year-old, that's because for me, when we saw like Messi at 19, we knew that, oh shit, this guy is definitely gonna go those places and so forth. So like Messi, we always knew that was going to be that dude. For Musiala, for Fati, these guys, talented players, but it's very hard to really decipher and pinpoint where these guys are going to roll through, man. All right, let's see what do you guys say? H, how clutch was Messi? Guy had 0 goals and assists against Real, Atletico, stats padded Bolivia, Ecuador, and got carried by Di Maria in the only big game. You see, look, man, I respect Messi. Messi has had an amazing season. And we need to recognize how amazing a player is. And we are witnessing, for sure, one of the most talented players of all time. That is a fact. Then you would not know anything about football. To not recognize Messi as one of the most talented players of all time would be stupid. So for a fact, he is top 3 most gifted football players of all time. But we have to be fair here. As much as we credit him for his achievements, the incredible goals he's scored and incredible things he's done on the football pitch, we also got to realize that he's not a big game player. He's not a guy for the big game. And when last did he score in an El Clasico? Live chat. When last did he score in an El Clasico? What? I can't hear you. When last did he score in an El Clasico? Cool. Brazil are recognized as the strongest team in South America. What do you do against Brazil? What? I can't hear you. No, speak up. What did he do against the toughest team in the biggest game? See, that's what I told you guys. I mean, dot merchants. I don't care what you do against Lugo. Okay? Cool. Beat up on Lugo. Beat them or smack them, embarrass Lugo. Brazil, Real, Atletico, Chelsea, Bayern. When the going gets tough, I don't want to see you stop against Bolivia. Cool, that's all cool. I don't want to see you stop against Bolivia. Big boys, what up? Hey, your boy Sean. Let me tell you about Sean. I follow Sean on Instagram. Sean, before I follow Sean on Instagram. You know, Sean, for the past month, ever since Messi's moved to PSG, Sean's Instagram stories are filled with Messi content. Sean is now a PSG fan, and all Sean posts is just stuff adoring Messi. This right here is what you call a bona fide Messi fanboy. So Sean says, what about just giving you a free $5 for the content? Man, Sean, thank you. Bless your soul, bro. Bless your soul. How's Yo-Yo? How's Yo-Yo? Messi edges it over level, by the way. International tournament tax. LM7. Also, AM is delusional. So international tournament tax, which is cool. But see, Sean, what I keep on saying is that what did he do in the final? We can't ignore him being a no-show in the biggest possible game. And Sean, we can't just award a guy who starts parts. We have to, and not all wins are the same, not all performances are the same. So it's very worrying that in the biggest game, the most important game, the toughest game, De Paul and Di Maria shone. No, De Paul shone. Di Maria came clutch. And when he had a 1v1 to put the game to bed, he slipped and flopped. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, bro. Mbappe had help also. It's a team game. So what about Messi's 2 goals in the 2011 semis finals against Real to take them to the final? No matter what Messi does, is not enough. He is El Clasico's top scorer. All right. Has he ever scored for his country in a major final? Mbappe has. And Mbappe dropped a 2-piece while Messi was on the pitch. So while Messi was on the pitch, he had to look at a 19-year-old. May I repeat? He had to look at a 19-year-old single-handedly turn the game around for his country. You see, you can't ignore that game. See, that game was a seminal moment. That game was a potential turning point in football. Because once Mbappe did that, and they went to win the World Cup, all Mbappe needs is that infinity stone. Once Mbappe wins that UCL, it's over. Like, he has surpassed Messi and Cristiano. That's the danger. That's the danger. That's why Messi has to be very wary about what he does this year with Mbappe. Because if Messi helps Mbappe to win that UCL, he undoes his legacy. Because what he does is he puts Mbappe right at the top. Because if you give me a UCL and a Champions League, that's where we're not calling goals territory. I don't even want to look at you with no World Cup. With no World Cup, I don't want to look at you. You're irrelevant to me. And oh yeah, cool. You're a club merchant. Which is cool. You're a club merchant. With no World Cup, you don't even you can't even be considered a GOAT. You can't be considered a GOAT. So you best be wary. Like Messi, you best be wary. Don't give Mbappe that UCL dub. Okay? Wait for him to leave, then you can do, but don't give him that UCL dub, bro. All right, let's see. Ish, which team do you want to win the World Cup apart from Nigeria? Ooh. Um, you see, you know what my perfect scenario is? Robin, because Robin, I still don't recognize Robin's retirement, so the guy ain't retired. It's for Robin to step in for one last time, one last dance. One last dance for Robin. One last dance. One last dance, bro. One last dance for Robin to lead them to lead Netherlands to a World Cup. Perfect story. Perfect story. Robin mixed it with Depay and so forth. Van Dijk at the back. Netherlands. Yeah, I think Netherlands. Although Mexico would be cool. Mexico would be cool. Based on just how much Mexico love football and just how football mad Mexicans are, Mexico would actually love that, man. But yeah, I mean, Robin coming back to help Brazil, so that would be huge. Sean says, oh, regarding IG, I also post going out to clubs. Sean, 90% of your posts are about Messi. 10% is about you, let's look at the less said, the better. Because I see multiple females, But apart from your extracurricular activities with those strippers and so forth, it's mostly idolizing and worshiping Messi, man. All right, let's see what I say. Do. Messi is getting Ballon d'Or number 7, then Ballon d'Or number 8 when Argentina win it in Qatar. Nightmare for you, HH. So, quick notes: Ballon d'Ors are irrelevant. So, just for you to know, nobody cares about Ballon d'Ors. The amounts of Ballon d'Ors you win doesn't equate to you being the GOAT. And Messi even said with his own mouth that I would trade all my bum ass trash, useless, irrelevant Ballon d'Ors for one World Cup. That is why I keep talking about Mbappe. That's why Cristiano and Messi, privately, they're like, Mbappe is that dude. Because Mbappe has what they crave. What Cristiano and Messi craves is what Mbappe has and what he achieved at 19, which is a World Cup and scoring in the World Cup final and being the star. They crave it. Cristiano and Messi would sacrifice everything. They would sacrifice all the Ballon d'Ors, all the CLs for what Mbappe has. That's why I keep saying, that's why I call him the prodigy. Run from it, dread it. It's inevitable. And if Mbappe gets that UCL, so don't give me that nonsense bullcrap, useless, irrelevant Ballon d'Ors. It's trash. No one cares about those Ballon d'Ors, man. No one cares about those bum-ass Ballon d'Ors, man. Give me a freaking break, man. From Yasir Saeed. Yasir Saeed. Thank you for the dub, bro. HH, give me 3 managers who are underrated, overrated, and pepper rated. Ooh, that's a nice question. Thank you. Thank you for the dub, bro. Yasir, thank you for the dub. 3 managers who are underrated, overrated, and perfectly rated. Okay. Oh, so underrated. Benitez. Benitez. Overrated. Pep Guardiola. Perfectly rated. Um, Let me go for me, overrated. You know what? Overrated is a toss-up between Conte and Guardiola. We have to have a serious conversation about Conte. We'll have a serious conversation about Conte. Perfectly rated. Yeah. Allegri. I think people already know what Allegri is about. You know that, good, decent manager and so forth. Not superb, amazing, but a very good manager. Like, a good, decent manager. So I say like, Allegri is perfectly is a guy that's perfectly rated, I would say. But yeah, one day we're gonna have a conversation about Conte, bro. A real conversation. From Hassan, HH, how did my team come back from 3-0 down in 45 minutes? Hassan, as much as people don't really talk about that three-peat, I don't think people have really taken into account what Liverpool did. I don't think you know. Because some of you were some of you were born in 03. So you were like, what, 2 years old when this happened? I don't think you realize who Crespo was at the time, Seedorf, Pirlo, Nesta. Like 3-0 down at halftime, you're done. In any football game, you're done. 3-0 down against that AC Milan team, the game is over. I remember because I missed the first half, because I was listening to the first half on radio. And then when I came in for the second half, I was like, because I used to have beef with the Liverpool. I was like, Liverpool fans, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's on, man. It's on. So forth and everything. And I was climbing them and so forth. Because remember, Liverpool beat Chelsea in the semi, and based off of that freaking goal. So I want Liverpool to lose based on the robbery that happened in the semi. Then when Gerrard scored, I was like, okay, hey man, consolation, man. That's nice and so forth. Gerrard was like, all right, fine. Then when Smith scored, I was like, oh, wait. Okay, how did it go from 3-0 to 3-2? like I thought, wait. I was like, no way. Then when Gerrard drove through, he was brought down by, I think it was Serginho. You're kidding me. And then Jabi Alonso misses, and he then gets the rebound. I was like, you're kidding me. And you may forget this. I think it was it might have been second half extra time. Djibril Cissé almost scored. He almost scored to make it 4-3, but he missed. Then when I knew that this was that God and the elders took over, was the goal was here. Shevchenko was here. The goal was here. Shevchenko was here. Point blank. My physics teacher was a brick. But even I know from the little physics I knew, because I was horrible at science, but the little physics I know is that if you hit the ball next to someone like that, the rebound should come to you. So the rebound should spill through. He hit it and the ball went up. I was like, oh, it's okay. Okay. Something has taken over here. Like, no, they're going to win. It is the greatest final ever. Like, based on the events that happened, based on the David Goliath of both of the teams, how it's played out. And that's why I told you, man, I'm sorry. Benitez is goated. Whatever Benitez did in that halftime team talk did something. Because people say, oh, he didn't say anything to the guys at halftime. I don't give a damn. He did something, because that is a miracle. That is a freaking miracle that happened. Which is why I don't want to hear about Kaka's name. Kaka is trash. As a superstar, you allow that to happen? I don't want to hear about you. No, never mention Kaka's name. You don't have a World Cup. No. I don't want to hear your name. No. I don't want to hear most ever. The fact that you, as a superstar, you allow that to happen on your watch? No. Yes, I thank you for the W. Yes, thank you for your W. Saeed. He says, I think Zizou is the most underrated manager in football, and Diego Simeone comes close. Sorry, Lochitune is the most overrated manager. Yes, nobody rates him. See, for me, I don't think he's overrated, because ever since that final, no one rates him. No one rates him. So, in my view, I don't think he's rated. So, I think he's even rated enough to even become overrated. Zidane is underrated. For me, I would still say Benitez. Then I would give you Zidane. I'm not giving you Simeone. Why? You flopped 2 finals. No, and you almost flopped. If Real Madrid and Barca weren't so bad and crap, you would have flopped that La Liga last season. Simeone is slightly overrated. I don't think so, but he's just slightly overrated. So nah. But no. People have to give respect for what Zidane did in those 3 games, bro. Like what Zidane did in those 3 games. Sorry, what Zidane did in those 3 years, because the narrative was, oh, Cristiano won it all. Cristiano was the reason. Oh, so it was all Cristiano. Oh, okay. Then he went to Juventus. Now what? I think 2017, I think it's on YouTube. The 2017 UCL final. There's like video footage of Zidane in the dressing room giving instructions to the players in the dressing room. And we all know what happened in that second half. So I think because Zidane was such an amazing player, it's hard for us to fathom that, oh, how can an amazing player translate to an amazing manager? And I think for us, people are like, wait. He's one of the greatest players of all time. This guy is a horseman. And he's also what? He also won 3. Like, if Zidane leads France to the World Cup, I think Zidane is that dude. For me, at the moment right now, I think the greatest name in football is Beckenbauer. Guys, Beckenbauer, I think, has won everything as a player and as a manager. So Beckenbauer's resume as a player and a manager is insane. He's done it all. But if Zidane leads France to a World Cup, he may just have he may just have that freaking dude, man. I mean, he may just be that freaking dude. All right, let's see. To say that Xavi was better than Messi in the 2011 final is more than just a lie. Messi took Nani's career and threw it out the window. He scored an astonishing goal and finished careers constantly. You see, when you say he finished careers constantly, now that speaks to more than just a final. I can only go based off of what I watched. First half, it was pretty even. You know, Rooney scored the goal, Pedro scored the goal. In the second half, I was watching it with my guy Bill. Sorry, we're watching it in a pub. And all I remember of that final is United couldn't touch the ball. That's United couldn't touch the ball. They were chasing shadows. Barcelona, it was an amazing team performance. But my key thing about it is, I remember that was a system. And that system was led and predicated by Xavi. Like, what's it called? That's because what's it called? You know, I told you I do like a player of the day thing every day on the website. So if you head to the website, halffootballhot.com, every single day I'll do like little insights onto like a player. And I think the player that I did for today was Xavi. And I said, no, Xavi was the system. And there's never been a player so central to such a dominant system. And I think the best advertisement of that system, tiki-taka, was that second half against United, where literally like there was only one team playing. Barca completely ruled the whole team, and that's because everything went through Xavi. Because I don't think Xavi lost the ball once in that freaking final run. From YB Jeremy, man, how good was Fergie really? 2 CLs in 27 years. So you want to go there? YB, do you really want to go there? Like, why do you want to go here? But you want me to be real? You want me to be real? Is it wrong for us to view Fergie as a domestic merchant? "27 years. What Fergie did in England is amazing, superb. I think this now goes into EPL tax and Queen Elizabeth tax. Because Queen Lizzie tax is, if you are amazing in England, you're amazing across the world. Because I think because Queen Lizzie still believes that she runs the world, British Empire, but no, like we're not in slavery times right now. We broke those chains. So if you tell me that Fergie is the greatest manager of all time, and you only gave me 2 UCLs in 27 years, the math doesn't add up. The Champions League is the elite competition. I don't hear about Scunthorpe or Norwich or Birmingham City. No, for me, I don't care about those freaking guys. I want to hear about Bayern, Juventus, Barca, and so forth. So if in 27 years you only gave me 2 UCLs, why should I put Fergie ahead of Zidane? Why? Because society tells me to? Because that's what you're supposed to do? I'm like, no, wait. Zidane, 2 league titles, I believe a Copa del Rey, and 3 Champions Leagues in 3 years, back to back, unprecedented. 2 Champions League in 27 years, 3 Champions Leagues in 3 years. 2 CEOs in 27 years. So I'm like, that's why for me, my praise for Fergie is just his managerial style and just how he was able to define a club. Because when you think of Man United, you think of Fergie. So I appreciate him for his longevity and how he was able to create so many different things. Like there was the Cole York era, then there was the Cristiano Rooney era, then there was the whole Van Persie era. So he created so many different teams, and I have to give him credit for that. But I have to judge you based on the Champions League and the toughest competition and the big bird competition. And if you give me 2 UCLs in 27 years, that's garbage. That's bad. I'm sorry, like, that is a bad batting average. Of course, I get how hard the Champions League. Of course, it's tough. But why should I put Fergie ahead of Zidane? Why? No. Why should I put 2 UCLs in 27 years ahead of 3 UCLs in 3 years? Why? So, and even more so, and I say, you want me to go? You want me to go here? You want me to go here? Okay. The 99th final, United were losing the game until the 90th minute. Until the 90th minute, they were losing the game. The 08 final, you got Drogba sent off, and you won it via penalties when Cristiano missed. And if Serie had scored, you would have lost. So in neither final did you completely beat the team. It was luck. We all saw what happened in that 2017 final against one of you. That's one of Juve's best teams. That Juve team shut down MSN for 180 minutes. And Real Madrid Lara Crofted and smacked them and sodomized them in that final. So is Fergie really better than Zidane as a manager? See, for me, people are like, they don't want to say these things because it's almost sacrilege to even fathom of like, how did Fergie? No. Let's keep it real. Champions League is the elite competition. Champions League is where you should be rated because Champions League is when you're facing against the very best in the world. Let's get real. Champions League is where the best players play in the world right now. Because obviously in the 60s it was before, but right now the best in the Champions League. So I don't care how many Premier Leagues you won. That's irrelevant. How many Champions Leagues have you won? Ancelotti has 3. What's it called? And Zidane has 3. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. HH, what do you think if Hansi Flick wins the World Cup 2022 with Germany? I can't put Germany as one of the favorites for 2022. It's going to be tough. Although for me, I think this is always what Germany need. I think Jogi Löw had it hard to leave, and I think it's great that Flick is coming through and it's just bringing new, fresh ideas. Germany have a chance. And the thing with Germany is just like when you look back at Otsu, underestimate Germany at your peril. Look at what Germany did to Portugal in those Euros. Beat the living crap out of them. And who knows? That Germany-England game was close. What if Muller scores that chance? What if Goretzka was able to make that run and score that chance there? So my thing is, I still feel when you look at a France, a Portugal, and Argentina, I still think, and Italy, I still these teams are far ahead. But if Flick can just find a rhythm, a good cohesive unit, if he can get the best out of Leroy Sané, and who knows? Who knows? Look at what Mbappe did in 2018. Could this be Musiala's World Cup? Who knows? It could be Musiala's time to shine and for him to now say what's up. It could be Musiala's World Cup, so you never know, man. HH, how great are Messi and Pep really? They're basically winning stuff with a golden Barca team that didn't need them to win 2 Euros and 1 World Cup always to 2012. How great are they? I think this applies more so for Pep than Messi. But it's interesting. Do Barcelona succeed without Messi? I'm not sure they do. Because of Messi's key iconic moments in a lot of those games. So let's be clear here. He had some key iconic moments in a lot of those games, man. But it's an interesting one because you can't ignore Pep Guardiola's influence and how well he coached the team. But Luis Enrique also won a treble, and we've now seen Pep struggle ever since leaving that Barca team. Messi, superb, and so forth. And we cannot ignore how important Messi was to that team, but that team won 3 international trophies, you know? They won 3 international trophies in a row. So those guys weren't slouches, man. Those guys really were not slouches, man. All right, let's see what you guys say, man. All right, what else are you guys saying? Messi scored 91 goals in a calendar year. Don't doubt his greatness. Okay, cool. But if he's so great, so if you're so great and you score 91 goals in a calendar year, why can't you score a single goal in a World Cup knockout game? Why can't you score a single goal for Argentina in a major final? So it's like, it doesn't add up. Messi is great, one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Why can't you score why haven't you been able to score in a single World Cup knockout game? You've played in 4 Copa America finals. You've not scored in a single one. It doesn't add up. Like, guys, somebody just needs to explain this to me. So we're talking about one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. As this guy just said, 91 goals in a calendar year. Why haven't you been able to score in a World Cup knockout? 4 finals. Oh, no. 5 finals. So 4 Copa America finals, 1 World Cup final. In 5 finals for your team, you've not managed to register a single goal. Not a single goal. Make it make sense. I'm confused. I'm confused. So this guy is the GOAT, greatest of all time, but he's never performed for his country in a major final. Huh? Ronaldo scored 2 goals for Brazil in that Copa America final that they had against Bolivia. Two goals, but you can't score in the final. What? It makes no sense, man. Well, that German team was simply better. Messi's not God. He did everything. Just the team was better. Messi had a 1v1 in that game, and he also had a free kick. That's his guide. So he had opportunities, and if you watch that game was close. If you watch that game was close, man. So again, guys can't have the cake and eat it, but I'm just confused because people are like, you see, you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't call this guy great. He's God. He's untouchable. But you've never won the World Cup. You've never performed in a World Cup final. You've never performed in a Copa America final. So we should now congratulate you for start partying against Bolivia and Lugo and Elche and Levante. So what makes you great is performing against Bolivia, Levante, and Lugo. I thought what makes you great is you doing amazing things against amazing teams. That's what I thought. From Real Deal Man, thank you for the dub, Real Deal. He says that if Cristiano Ronaldo wins the Premier League or CL with Man U, do you elevate it? Look, if he wins the Premier League with Man United, that is an awesome achievement. And I would have to think about, you know what, maybe he does need to, slightly get bumped up, like I would have to recognize, that would be an amazing achievement if he won the Premier League with Man United. If he led United to a Champions League, we'd have to have a serious discussion, because Premier League, I think, is not impossible, but I think it's doubtful. I believe him winning the Champions League with United is impossible. I feel that is impossible. But if he does so, we're going to have a real conversation, because that's for me would be greater than if Messi led Barca to 2019, because as much as Messi was a one-man army in the 18-19 season, it's still Barcelona. It's still Barcelona. And you still had Valverde. Valverde is a much better coach than Solskjaer. And that Barca team, with the person and the players and the experience, are still better and more experienced than the guys that Cristiano is going to be with at Man United, man. So, it's like, it would be crazy. It would be crazy if that was to happen, man. Let's see. Do you think it's time for Deschamps to leave and Zidane to come in for France? Now, first of all, I'm not sure whether Zidane is even going to come in for France, because I feel that ever since that 06 World Cup and how that ended, I feel that Zidane has distanced himself for France. So I'm not sure whether him and France are really on the same wavelength. But I do think that it is time for Deschamps to depart, because I put that exit on him. That's France losing to Switzerland was beyond shocking. I am still in shock as to how that happened, man. How you were 3-1 up against Switzerland and you managed to fumble the bag. That is beyond insane. Like, beyond insane. But it happened. And a team this talented, with this much quality and so forth, I think deserves a manager to take full advantage of how good they are. And I can only imagine what Zidane can do with this. I mean, imagine Zidane with this team. I'd imagine Zidane working with Mbappe, Pogba, Griezmann, Benzema, I mean, France would be frightening. Because see, France could really just unleash. And remember, Zidane is also very good defensively. Because people underrate just how good the defensively he is, especially with Real Madrid and so forth. So, but my thing is that I just don't know what the relationship is. Like, but if it's me as a football fan, I that would be amazing. If I could just Zidane as a manager, managing Benzema, Mbappe, all these dudes, I think it would be flipping insane, man. Flipping insane, man. But oh god. They should rank their potential from worst to best. Saka, Greenwood, Fati, Foden, Kamavinga, Pedri, Bellingham. See, I'm not really seeing a lot of Kamavinga, to be honest, man. So I want to see what Kamavinga does at Real Madrid, man. So I would say that from worst to best, Saka, Kamavinga. No. Saka, Kamavinga, Bellingham, Foden. No. Bellingham, Pedri. I'll say Bellingham, Pedri, Foden. No. Bellingham, Foden, Greenwood, Pedri, Fati. Those are my dudes. But then that, you see, with these players that you just never know. You just never know. Guys, remember Balotelli after 2012? When Balotelli went crazy in 2012, we all thought Balotelli was going to be the next big thing. Remember Freddie Adu? Remember, Championship manager tried to sell us that Freddie Adu was going to be the next Pele. So I think we have to always be careful with these young players. Look at Mbappe now at PSG. He's not really been the same kind of player that we saw at Monaco. So we have to really allow players to really flourish and allow them to really be able to really express themselves and be able to now say what's up before we now sort of now be like, oh yeah, this. So it's always hard. It's always hard to see players how they will progress and so forth. Because I don't. What if Fati continues to get these injuries? Or what if he hits a brick wall and just starts to decline? You see, it's one of those things. When you saw Ronaldo at like 19 for Barcelona, you knew that, oh no, this dude is different. You see, none of these guys here was doing what Ronaldo was doing at 19 or what Messi was doing at 19. Like, they just want to sound like you see a guy that's special. Or when we saw Neymar, when he scored that goal for Santos, there's some guys who just have that specific, amazing, otherworldly ability at such a young age that, this guy is destined for greatness. All these guys here are really good young players with good potential, but it's very difficult to know what their ceiling is going to be. It's very hard. It depends on how they develop, how they train, who their coach is, what team they're in, what system they're in, and if they're playing consistently. There are many, many factors that will determine if these guys are able to say what's up. Your boy, Real Deal, man. Thank you for the dog, Real Deal. Thank you, man. We disagree on longevity and peak. Do you like peak? Yeah, for me, I always, no. I appreciate longevity. Like, that's why I rate Modric so highly. And I think that when we now compare Modric to Iniesta or Modric to Xavi, we've got to take in the fact that 36 years old, Modric is still playing at the highest level. By 36, Iniesta is still chilling out in Japan. Xavi was in a retirement home by this age. So that has to factor in. But it's like whenever I do football battles, every time I do football battles, I always say I want to take guys at their very best. So Modric at his best against Iniesta at his best, Xavi at his best. That's a great conversation. And I think that is a great way to, because imagine if we compared Casillas to Neuer right now. Neuer eats my life because Neuer's longevity and his resume and his career is far better than Casillas, because Casillas had a major decline. Major decline. Neuer just won a treble recently. But what I would like is, let's take Casillas at his best, Neuer at his best, and we can then have a fairer, much more interesting conversation if you have that, man. So, but that's what I was saying when I did the Modric birthday thing. Modric is 36 years old. How many players, and remember, midfield ain't easy. See, midfield is the most physically tasking, central midfield is the most physically tasking position in football. It is the most physically demanding. So a 36-year-old dude who is still playing for Real Madrid, not Lugo, not Scunthorpe, not Huesca, not Ayahuasca, a dude who's still playing and starting for Real Madrid at the age of 36, that's different. That is different. That is different. Like, that's something that you just can't ignore. You just can't ignore. So it has to play if a factor, man. All right. Do. Guys, don't hate, man. Don't hate, man. I'm giving you that truth, dude, man. Let's see. Neymar and Pep. Neymar and Pep related. What the hell? All right. Let's see. What are the guys up to? Okay. Top 5 teams to win the World Cup 2022 in order. In order. It's difficult, man. Because my thing is, it's hard to assess teams. But let me just put some names out there. Maybe I can put them on order. Also, you're going to put Italy there. You've got to put Argentina there. You've got to put France there. You have to put Portugal there. And a fifth team. Okay, throw in Brazil, because it's just Brazil. Even if I don't think it's running there, Brazil. So I would say, actually, here's a pen here. So if we're saying, so say Brazil, Italy, France, Argentina, Portugal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth, I'll say Brazil. Fourth, I'll say Portugal. Third, I'll say Argentina. Second, Italy. Actually, no, second France, first Italy. Because I have to give Italy the thingy because they won the Euros. And after France did what they did. See, my thing for France is the only team that can beat France are themselves. I don't think any team can beat France. France at full strength. Like, Switzerland didn't beat France. France just beat themselves. They self-destructed because the team is too talented. Like, the breadth of talent that they have is insane. It's absolutely insane. So the only guys that can beat them are themselves. So that's the thing, man. But it's good. Like, for me, this World Cup, especially because this World Cup is in November as well, is going to be so weird. And my thing though is, because it's in Qatar, it's going to be in November. Do we get a first-time winner? That's my thing. Do we get a first-time winner, man? All right. Oh, I even forgot. See, no, Belgium. See, for me, Belgium and England, I don't even put them. Like for me, those are like outsiders. You see, Belgium for me, I think they missed their boat. They missed the boat. I think once Belgium come against a real team, they will lose. England, they had a very easy path. They had a very easy path to the final. So Germany, I still think Germany are still in a reconstruction age. So Germany, England, Belgium for me, I don't think I can put them in the kind of tier one, top five category. I think we have to really look under there before we even begin to say that's up, man. All right. Shout out to Football Hub member Sean Seaman, Football Hub member. Thank you, bro. When comparing players' legacies, what is your biggest criteria in some sort of order? Dodge, trophies, longevity, goals, assists, stats, individual awards. Okay. My biggest criteria. Individual awards don't mean anything because individual awards can be skewed. So I completely disregard that. Stats are at the bottom of the list. I don't put stats that high. So what I rank high are moments. So stats and trophies and longevity are at the bottom. At the top is of course Dodd, trophies, moments. What did you do against the very best teams? What did you do in finals? What did you do in semis in high pressure moments? And how were you able to say what's up through difficult circumstances? Hence why people say, oh, even to speak about your boy, oh, Gerrard never won the league. Who cares? He won the Champions League. Not only did he win the Champions League, he won. That was the greatest piece of dud in club football history. So Gerrard leading Liverpool to that CL win fully makes up for the Premier League. See, the only people that get on Gerrard for not winning the Premier League are guys that just want to just have a laugh or sort of rival fans. Again, these are guys who believe, oh, no, you need to win the Premier League. No. Like, I've always felt that Premier League is cool. The league is cool. Once you win the Champions League, you're good. You're good. Trust me, you're good. If you say that all I won was a Champions League but no league title, you're good. Look all the league titles that Ibrahimovic has won. Once he retires, nobody will remember. He'll be forgotten. Trust me, no one will remember Ibrahimovic when he's retired. Because guys will be like, so you went around and hoard yourself to every top team and you never reached a CL final? Let alone won a CL? Nah. From Mr. Mansman, thank you for the dub, Mr. Mans. Did the football god touch Zizou and Beckenbauer? Football god touched Maradona, man. Because I was just watching some Maradona highlights, man. The football god touched Maradona. Like Maradona is a guy who was just watching Maradona again. I'm like, nah. Maradona was that dude, man. Zizou and Beckenbauer, yeah. Like I think all the horsemen were touched by the football gods because Beckenbauer created the position. You know, if there was no Beckenbauer, there's no Ramos, there's no Van Dijk, there are none of these ball playing the defenders, there's no Bonucci, no one. Beckenbauer redefined what it meant to be a defender. Zidane, the way he played the game, like even beyond just scoring the UCL final, great score 11 in the UCL final, scoring 2 goals in the World Cup final, that's performance in the 06 World Cup at the age of 34 years old. It's how he played the game. Like, if people are going to bother making a film where they follow you around for 90 minutes, you've got to be a genius. You've got to be special. So with all due respect to Iniesta, quality player, but Iniesta is a system match. It is an insult to Zidane to put Iniesta in the same breath as Zidane. Because Iniesta comes with Javi. Iniesta achieved nothing without Xavi. Everything Iniesta achieved was with Xavi. Everything Messi did was with the help of Xavi. Zidane, bro, he carried that 06 World Cup team to the final by himself. Zidane, he did all that stuff by himself for Real Madrid. So for Zidane, so when you're dealing with horsemen, you know what we're dealing with guys who are on a much higher level, man. Much higher level, bro. A much higher level, man. All right, let's see. Moments mentions, man. What do we say? Oh wow, this guy's what happens to Bruno Fernandes when Ronaldo starts kicking pens? His goals go down. Like, I mean, look, I mean, everyone, he took the number 7 jersey from Cavani. He's going to be taking penalties. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is not. See, this is where you have to mention major things. If it's me, oh, Cristiano, you're on penalties because Cristiano has a great penalty record and so forth. Should Cristiano be on free kicks? Because for me, Bruno Fernandes, I believe, has a higher degree of scoring a free kick than Cristiano. How many free kicks has Cristiano scored in the past 2 years? I remember this guy always takes free kicks. So how many free kicks has he scored in the past 2 years? So my thing is, but my thing is Cristiano would want to take free kicks. But if I'm Solskjaer, I'm like Cristiano, and you need to see, for me, it's like that's why it's weird, because how do you tell a guy that your free kick taking ability ain't great, so we'll stick with you on penalties, but we've got to give Bruno the free kicks instead. So I think Bruno should be on the free kicks, but is Cristiano going to be like, hey, I'm the big, huge star, I'm the massive star, I have raised your profit margins by a huge amount and so forth. Whatever I say goes. You know, but I think that, look, if Solskjaer is a strong manager and so forth, he should be like, bro, you're not good at free kicks. Your free kick scoring percentage is pretty shocking. So I think that the best thing for you to do is you stick with the penalties and so forth. But I think for this whole thing, give it to Bruno. So I think Bruno should still be on free kicks, but penalties now. He's out of it, man. You know, he's out of it. Look, it's going to be interesting, man. I mean, look, there are ways to watch the game. Again, I don't want to reveal it over here, but there are ways in which you can watch that game, which obviously is going to be at 3 p.m. But I'm not sure whether he's going to start, though. He may come off the bench. But yeah, I mean, he will definitely feature in the game. But there are ways to watch it. Because I thought that they would, because it's Cristiano and so forth, they would try and change the timing or so forth. Because it's a bit too late in the day to sort of shift it towards like later in the day and so forth, man. So it's a little wild. It's a bit wild. So my thing is that he used to be. I think when he was at Man United, he was a great free kick taker. But I think it's one of those things of where there's a point in which, bro, he's not scoring any of these. Like, one of the most iconic moments in Cristiano's amazing career was when Germany 2014 World Cup, Germany had a one-man wall. They had a one-man wall and Cristiano hits the one-man. Like, when that happened, I was like, okay, you know what? Someone should just take Cristiano aside and said, guys, Cristiano, I love you. You're the GOAT. You're a legend. But I think this is when you just have to just, I think it's best for you just to, just ease aside, just ease aside and so forth. I just think it's best for you to ease aside and so forth. But because the guy doesn't score free kicks, he literally doesn't score free kicks. So how he's still allowed to take it is insane, man. Guys, remember, please drop a like, guys. Drop a like, guys. Drop a like for your boy. Drop a like for your boy. Do your thing and drop a like for your boy. And guys, remember, let me even pull this up, guys. I told you guys, remember, I want to make sure you bookmark the official website. halffootballhot.com, man. Make sure you bookmark the official website, guys, man. It's all popping up in there. So you see, join the Discord server, all that stuff. Football poll of the day. There's a poll every single day. And remember, this whole new thing's happening. Player of the day. Player of the day that happens every single day. Well, every single day, a new player of the day. So tomorrow, there'll be another player of the day that'll be happening, man. So check out that player of the day that I do. And also check out the rankings, man. Check out the rankings, which always tries to get updated. Look at that. Your boy Rudiger moved up to tier 2. Yes, Neymar moved him down to tier 2. Yes, moved him down. Your boy Thingy moving up. Cristiano moving up. And yeah, this person moving up. And we all know who the chief Oga is your boy Lewandowski. Remember, there can only be one chief Oga. There can only be one chief Oga that exists, man. And of course, the lovely, amazing Break Academia. And also remember, subs, cash up your boy, man. Cash up your boy. The Break Academia, man. Oh, yeah, I need to watch this. So, hey, look at that Arsenal. Yes, I inducted the Madrid zone. Those losers, man. I inducted those freaking clowns. And just reminding guys of how things roll. What's it called? The Hall of Fame, man. The horse. Look, this is a horseman, guys. Easy, look at that. Your boy Diego, Pele boy, the R9 boy, Zidane, Beckenbauer. This is the Zen. And you also got the legends: Dino, Lam, Javi, Weah, Cannavaro, Ashley Cole, Rivaldo. And of course, we've got the greats, man. Seedorf, Vieri. Yes, Okocha is in there. Yes, he's in there. Yes, he's all doing everything new. Drogba. Should Eto be a legend? That's my thing. You know what? Yeah, I think Eto should be a legend. Yeah, Eto, I think I need to change that. I think Eto should be a legend. Eto should be a legend, bro. Eto should be a legend, man. Abracadabra says, at least FIFA is better than Rockstar, you bricks. Yeah, you know what? Because Rockstar are bastards. Rockstar are a bunch of freaking bastards for what they've done, keeping it with GTA 6 for this long. But you know what? As bad as FIFA is with Ultimate Team and so forth, at least they're releasing a new game every year. And even if it's the same thing, but at least it's a new game with new. It's a new game that every year. You've had the same game for almost a decade. GTA 5 comes to the PS3, the PS4, and now the PS5. That is disgusting. That is flipping disgusting. So yeah, they're both trash. They are both trash, FIFA and Rockstar. But Rockstar is extra trash, bro. From your boy Chelsea 044 Life. What happened to the Chelsea complicated show? And restructuring, because look, man, I've had to take off a lot of workload. A huge amount of workload. So I'm a busy man, but I'm trying to find some time for it again, man. I'm trying to give you guys that Chelsea content. But yeah, I've just had to restructure a few things because I've had to take over a lot of it workload. Because guys, I'm doing a lot of content, man. I'm trying to give you that quality content editing here and so forth. But I'll watch this space. We'll hopefully try and bring some stuff back. Try and bring some stuff back on. But bro, 5:30, Aston Villa, your boys are saying what's up. Luke Skywalker, guys. Luke freaking Skywalker. From Real Deal Man says, can you break down England's school system? Do you graduate at 16 or 18 like the US? Also, how will we remember this era on the field or off the field? So basically, you graduate at so when you now talk about graduation, I think you're thinking about university. So you go into university at age 18 and you leave university at when you're like 20 or 21. So if it's like a 3-year or a 4-year, if it's a 3 or 4-year course, you leave university when you're 20 or 21. So I think like our high school and so forth is from 14 to 18, I believe. And then United is like from like 18, 19 to like 20 and 21. Do you know this? Do you know how we will remember this era? That's how we remember this era. Twitter. That's how. It's when we remembered about what you achieved on the field. Because my issue is that's why my voice is so important. My voice is crucial. As much as people hate me and abuse me and so forth, my voice is important and my voice can't be ignored. Because this era is trying to push forth the lie that Cristiano and Messi are the greats, which is bullcrap. They've achieved great things, but they're not the greats. So this era has been obviously ruled by these two guys who have redefined consistency. And that's what I'll give them. They have redefined consistency, and there will never be any players who have been as consistent as them, who have broken as many records as them. But see, the way football works, football is not about breaking records. No, it's not about breaking records. It's not about achieving these milestones. It's about achieving certain things. Certain things at club level, certain things at the international level. Cristiano and Messi can't talk to Zidane because Zidane has a World Cup and a Champions League. So I'm sorry, don't put Messi and Cristiano in the same category as Zidane. You can't. Because Zidane is one of the best, most gifted players of all time. He has scored in a CL final and scored in a Champions League final. So don't put Messi and Cristiano in the same breath as Zidane. Don't do that. And my thing is that this is how it works. I don't make the rules. People say, oh, no one cares about your rules. I don't make the rules. There is the pinnacle of club football and the pinnacle of international football, and that doesn't change. You can't change it just to fit your players and so forth. So no, if you want to be seen as the great, show me your Champions League and show me a World Cup. If you can show me both of those things, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, bro. So these are the facts of life, bro. These are the facts of life, man. What else are you guys saying? Yeah, no, forget that GTA 5, man. Forget that whole GTA 5 thing, man. Wait, what do you guys say, man? Iniesta is closer to Zidane than Zidane is to Messi and Cristiano. No, bro. I don't know what we. I said again, with all due respect to Iniesta is amazing and so forth. But my thing is, when I think of Iniesta, I think of a system. Iniesta was an amazing player in a system. So I feel like Iniesta was married to a system. Iniesta didn't stand out the way that Zidane stand out. Iniesta never had the kind of performance that Zidane had against Brazil in 06. Iniesta has never scored a goal in a game of the magnitude as Zidane did in 02 in our UCL final. Like, Zidane's moments are far too great. His moments as an individual are far too great. Did anybody make a film about Iniesta, following Iniesta? Tell me. Tell me. If Iniesta is so good and is this great player that you guys claim he is, and he's an amazing player. Iniesta is super talented. And some of the stuff that this guy did were freaking amazing. But there are levels. Did anybody bother making a film about Iniesta and following him around for 90 minutes? They did so for Zidane. So what are we talking about here? So please, I'm begging, with all due respect to Iniesta, and I love Iniesta, I love him so. Don't Zidane and Iniesta, like, bro, it's lopsided, man. Come on, guys, let's talk real talk. Let's talk real talk. Abracadabra, man, thank you for the dub. Abracadabra. It says HH Barca will be missing Alba, Dest, Ansu versus Bayern. We're gonna have our CL preview on Sunday. We're gonna have our CL preview on Sunday, man. But it's worrying. It's worrying, bro. It's worrying, man. It is very worrying, man. how this thing looks, man. Because even if they had a full team, it would be messed up. But the fact that they don't have a full team and they're missing a player as important as like Ansu Fati, and Des is pretty important. Alba is trash, but you're missing guys like Ansu Fati and Des who are 12 of your best players. But I don't know, I think, the way I always read these things is that because people are expecting, because people are just expecting Barcelona to get levitated, maybe they shock some people. Like I find it very difficult to see how Barca beats Bayern. If you're struggling against guys in La Liga and so forth, I'll go to find how they beat Bayern. But who knows? Who knows, man? They may just turn around and just shock some people, man. You never know, man. So very full time on YouTube now. No, I am. This YouTube is my thing. I mean, I have some part time work here and there, but for the past year or so forth, YouTube has been my thing, baby. And I am super glad and happy in the way that it's been growing in the last year or so. But yeah, it's because my idea is this is the home of football content, So that's why any football story, any story that's breaking, any major football story, this is the home for it, And I think that this represents something different from everywhere else because I think other places, they focus on a particular club. So more are club focused, but this is similar to what's called Rabona TV. Because Rabona TV, I think is great. Like what that guy does is freaking amazing. So yeah, this is just like a home of football. And really, and even this is just for me, even as a fan, I need that Champions League, man. I need that champion. See, because Champions League is like, for me, what this is? This is like gold dust. This is like Swiss because Champions League is like gold dust. It makes my hand do that like gold dust because the Champions League is the Champions League. It's because my thing is it's hard to get excited for Barca against Lugo or United against Scunthorpe, but my Liverpool against AC Milan, Liverpool against Atletico, Chelsea against Juventus, Bayern against Barcelona. I mean, bro, this is what football is made of. This is what football is made. Hence why it goes back to that whole thing that the guy was saying us, Fergie, 2 UCLs in 27 years. I'm like, Premier League is cool. The Premier League is cool. I love the Premier League. And I want Chelsea to win that Premier League because I do not want Pep winning that Premier League. So, of course, I want Chelsea to reclaim that Premier League and win a treble, but bro, the Champions League. So, have you seen my outro? When you look at that outro, I'm staring at 2 trophies, the World Cup and the Champions League. Those are the trophies. Because those represent the pinnacle of club football and international football. So it's all about the Champions League. And Chelsea, we have a work cut out, man. We have a work cut out for us to defend our title, man. We have a work to defend our title. It's a bit chilly in this place. I'd say no. It is pretty humid. It is pretty humid, bro. It is pretty humid, man. But we have it is pretty humid, man. It's pretty humid. Scaloni, he deserves his credits, bro. He deserves his credits because I think as much as Di Maria did his thing, De Paul did his thing, Messi did his thing, and so forth, we can't forget the manager. The manager is the guy who develops the blueprints. He's the guy that takes the coaching. He's the guy that has the tactics, the strategy, and so forth. And I think that's because I actually remember when Scaloni used to play. I think he was like a left back for Argentina. So I remember when he used to actually play. So you have to look at just how well he's organized his team, which is why I say going forward for the World Cup, Argentina are a team to look out for. 100% Argentina are a team to look out for, and they're a team that they can do some things that make some stuff happen, man. So Scaloni 100% deserves some credits, bro. Oh no, don't tell me Nat says here, bro. I thought Nat was around, man. But it depends what will he now do at the World Cup. But I just think Argentina are actually in a because I was just even watching Argentina and so forth and everything, and just especially just after they had the Copa America win. I won't put them on the same level as Italy, and I still believe that Europe are still going to dominate. I still feel Europe are going to win that World Cup. But I think South America's there's a greater chance Argentina win the World Cup than Brazil. Put it this way. Argentina are South America's great hope for the World Cup. From Abracadabra Man, thank you, bro. If wait, when are Arsenal playing Norwich? As you know, this is a bottom of the table clash. Oh wow, they're playing them today. For me, Arsenal they'll beat Norwich. Arsenal will beat Norwich. You see, for my entertainment and just for the streets, I would love for Arsenal to be in a relegation battle. Because I think if Arsenal are in a relegation battle, that would be awesome. Because it would just be entertaining. If they're in a relegation battle, it would be entertaining. But you see, if Arsenal lose to Norwich, I think Arsenal fan TV may get 1 billion views. They may just get 1 billion views, but they won't. Like Arsenal, for me, see, the issue with Arsenal is not about relegation. They're going to finish mid-table. Like that's a mid-table team, and as long as Arteta is there, those guys are going to be sleeping in and maintaining their mid-table life, man. So, guys, it's been swell. It's been cool, guys. Remember, tomorrow night we pop off 10:30 p.m. Oh my gosh, it might be 11. But watch the time. Tomorrow night, Saturday night hangout, where we will discuss the Ballon d'Or, the discussion, have a nice good back and forth, and just have a nice good old chenwag. Also, watch as well, especially if Cristiano and United lose and so forth, I may do an emergency reaction. So watch out for those emergency hangouts. Sunday, we do our CL preview on this Sunday, as well as a little quiz. But guys, without further ado, peace out, stay true, stay real, and your boys are. Peace to the Apero.